Alright, part 2. Somehow I have my video camera set up for 10 minutes. I don't know. I'll get my act together, guys, I promise. Alright, so part 2 is going to be the color shot. I guess I'll name this, or maybe name it a different video. Anyways, if you just joined me, check out the first video where we made our own Lumiere paints. In the second video, I'm going to talk a little bit about color shots by Lindy Stamp Gang. And you can go to lindystampgang.com. So this one is Golden Sleigh Bells. And what I did, part of my story was I was going to use the acrylic glazing liquid to make a glaze out of it. This is made by Golden. You can get some by Liquitex as well. To make a glaze out of it so it'll stick on more surfaces. So look how wonderful, yummy that is. And so it's slightly different than the water. Here I just slightly put it on, just slightly. I put a lot in my art journal, working over a few things, but it won't sink in as much because it's a glaze, and therefore you can do a lot of the layering techniques that I create. So I'm going to show you how to quickly make that. Here I've got the Moonshadow ink Long John Silver, and what I've done, see it's somewhat dissolved here. What I've done is just put enough water, like maybe 1/4 of an inch, guys, in the bottom so that the mica will dissolve before I put the glaze in there. So I'll just help that along a little bit. Again, to get out, you know, not have as many clumps when I start adding the glazing liquid. So, as I was talking about in the first video, I can now use some of this polymer liquid, polymer medium, in the matte or the glossy, and I could still make the Lumiere paint. So if you don't have Pearl-Ex and you like these colors of color shots, because there's so many wonderful colors, this Moonshadow, you guys know I love the Moonshadow because I'm an old school stamper and absolutely love walnut ink. Sometimes you just take it and shake it up, make sure the lid's tight. But I like glazes, especially when when I'm doing last layers on something. Look how rich and yummy that is. So literally, this bottle, guys, is cheap. I think it's like $10. Go to Blix.com or Michael's with the coupon. I've had this for many years, so I'm gonna just fill it up, and that's pretty much it. So instead of using water, I use a tiny bit of water and a whole bunch of glazing liquid, and I'm gonna come out with this really cool, really wonderful paint rather than the just water. Alright, so I'll take my popsicle stick and I'll just stir it slightly, and then we'll put the lid back on and shake it. So you can really create with these artist grade mediums, you can really create any type. Hopefully I have a camera here, guys. Yeah, you can really create any type of paint you want. From, you can mix this with the gel medium and create a heavy body paint that's like this. I mean, it's just the consistency for whatever project you want or whatever suits you. Lots of people like fluid acrylics, some like glazes. Depending on the medium, you can really create so many different types of paint. It's truly endless. Alright, I like glazes because I like to use them on the last layer with stencils or something like that. So I'm going to really make sure it's tight again, and then you just shake it. And leave this for a little while. Look how wonderful and dark that is. But you'll still get the glimmer. You'll still get the close to the same effect. You'll just be able to put it on more surfaces. So let's go back a little bit to the golden, and I'll paint some on. I have just this random dictionary paper here, and I'll get out a little paintbrush. So here we go with our homemade Lumieres, which probably still, oh, look at how can you guys see that? Maybe not, maybe it's blurry. It's hard to tell. But it's so, oh boy, guys. You will not be disappointed with this. So test a little bit, like I am here, and see the consistency of that is just so wonderful. See whether you like how much glimmer is in it or not. It's harder for me to see right now because it's still not dry. It's not dried, but I think I might have to add more, a little bit more Pearl-Ex. That's what's wonderful about this. You can customize it to whatever you want. So, in a little bit, let me check out my color shot here. Oh, look how yummy that is. You can really, if you only like a little bit of shimmer, then you can add a little bit of shimmer. If you only a little bit, if you like a lot, then you can add a lot. If you don't have any Pearl-Ex, you can, you know, buy the Lindy Stampkin color shots. The only difference in between adding glaze other than water is that, you know, let me show you an example. It'll be harder to get that wonderful look that ink does, like a water-based ink does. Kinda like, uh-oh, I got some, uh-oh, that's bad news. Darn it. Yeah, I got some stickage. That's because I put gel medium on this and it didn't. Okay, so there's Moonshadow Mist. Hopefully you guys can see it. So see how, you know, when you use it as a spray or you use it with water, you get that cool, that walnut, you know, how walnut ink reacts. And it's slightly different when you're creating a glaze, because now you're, you know, you've got more of a, I wouldn't say solid, it's not a solid color because these are glazes, but a more consistent color. Of course, I can just imagine if this were a art journal page and fold it over like it was your art journal and open it up, and you'll get a little bit of those, you know, a little bit more texture. Ooh, I kind of like it, the two on the pink. Probably not the best example using it on a very thin dictionary page, but hopefully you guys get the gist of it. All you need is either some Pearl-Ex or Perfect Pearls, or some wonderful Lindy Stampkin color shots, and some polymer medium. Like I said, you can use Golden, has a brand you can buy at Michael's. This is Tri-Art, you can get at Blick's, Liquitex, and some acrylic glazing liquid. And these, you know, you guys watch my Ustream shows, you know that there's way more things that you can do with these liquids as well. So they do definitely go a long way. I'm so excited about this pink, guys. I'm going to have to add a little bit more glimmer to it. Let me see if you guys can see. Okay, so I'm trying different camera angles, so I don't know how close I am to the camera. I'm going to have to add a little bit more glimmer, I think, just because I like it sparkly. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you soon. Much love.